Thank you, Stan. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to September 30th, 2025, Hartford School Building Committee special meeting. I call this meeting to order at 12:43 p.m. If we could do a quick roll call.
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. Roll call. Mr. Chairman.
Present.
Mr. Clarence Corbin.
Present.
Ms. Shanta Browdy.
Shantae Brody, present.
Apologies, Mrs. Shante. Mr. Edison Silva.
Present.
Mr. Albert Gary.
Present.
Mrs. Sherry Davis Gooch. She is not present. Mr. Corey Mills.
Present.
Mr. Thomas T.J. Clark. Not present. We do have a quorum, Shay, so we can proceed.
Thank you. Second item on the agenda is the public participation note, which I will now read. Public participation will be supported throughout the duration of this meeting by using the comments function on YouTube, Facebook, or by mailing in your comments directly to the Director of Capital Improvement Project, Director of Capital Projects and Operations, Julia Jack at julia.jack@hartford.gov prior to and during this meeting. Third item on the agenda is why we're gathered today. Current projects under construction. If you could go back for a second. College projects. So I'll pass it to Julie.
Good afternoon, everyone. First and foremost, I want to thank you all for attending this meeting on such short notice. We do appreciate your time that you have committed to this project. This item is for review and approval of the Freddie Wish School. This is for additional costs associated with GMP Amendment 1.1, as well as the allowances, general conditions, and fee. We had a special bid review meeting last week, which these items, the trade cost was thoroughly reviewed and approved by the subcommittee. And then our final GMP for this second go around is for in the total cost of $7,429,118.64. And we're looking for your endorsement on today.
Thank you, Judy. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Corbin. May I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Silva. Discussion. Any discussion on this item?
I'd just like to get to any clarifying comments on this. So is an additional trade package, what does that entail?
So
Judy, could you clarify?
Yeah, definitely. So initially earlier this month, our September 15th meeting, we approved the initial trade packages, which amounted to $32,967,590. We were presented with additional trade packages as well as presenting the allowances and the CM contingency and fee. So this is the second portion. The construction manager wanted to put everything in one GMP. So that's why we scheduled this special meeting on today.
Thank you, Judy. Any other discussion on this item?
Well, if I may, Mr. Chair.
Please, Al.
Yeah, thank you. During our last special meeting, I raised some looking for clarification as to the earlier rejected steel supplier, and it was discussed as to how they were rejected and then since been recommended. And if the management would care to air that a little bit, it may be it may be appropriate.
That's a fair point, Al. Judy, is that something you could take that, clarify a bit for the team?
Yes, so initially it was the award was gonna go to Berlin Steel. But after reviewing with them, they had some conflicts and they weren't able to produce the steel in time for the project. So therefore it then went from Berlin Steel to Schenectady Steel.
Oh, who was also rejected, correct?
Initially they were rejected because it was going to go to Berlin Steel, but Berlin Steel declined moving forward with the contract. So it was then awarded to Schenectady.
Judy, I think Tom from Newfield's on. I don't know, Tom, if you can, potentially maybe just provide a little further color to this question.
Sure. I think what I was referring to is the fact that when we published the letter, we had Schenectady as rejected as well. And the reason for that is when we went through a scope review with them, they said they would have to get back to us, and they got back to us, and they ultimately said they could not meet the schedule. So we told them that we were going to move on to the next bidder, and then they said they would investigate other sources to source the materials. They did that. They were successful, and they have guaranteed to us that they can meet the new schedule. So we kind of reinstated, if you will, their recommendation.
Al, does that help?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it did. And I just wanted to make sure that it was aired at this venue also. One more thing we should be aware of, and that is there is no liquidated damages attached to this. And the only concern there is that steel being well, I shouldn't say, well, it's subject to many facets of of availability. Let's put it like that. So
Right. Very fair point.
That is all.
Thank you, Al. Any other discussion on this item? I would then just lastly say from the reason I don't think it was discussed actually why we are having this special meeting on today as opposed to any other day or waiting for our regularly scheduled meeting is because there is an expiration date on the bids, which happens to be, correct me if I'm wrong, Judy, tomorrow, 10/1, which is why we call for the special meeting on the 30th of September. So I appreciate everyone gathering today. All in favor of moving this recommendation forward, say aye or raise your hands.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Okay. Any nays or abstentions? Okay. Hearing none, motion passes. I believe that was the only agenda item on for today. So thank you all for joining. I would like to ask for a motion to adjourn.
I'm just going to say sorry, my apologies. I tried to join earlier and I couldn't get in. And so then I was just like, maybe the meeting isn't happening. I reached out to Emily and I was waiting for her to get back to me. So my apologies. I'm glad there was a quorum.
Thank you, Sherry. Thank you.
All right.
Your presence still matters, and thank you for joining. Unfortunately,
All right, thank you.
Tech issues. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Can I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
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 All right.
All right.
And assume there are no abstentions. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.